Knoxville is the home of Regal Entertainment Group, which is, Regal Theaters. And for the longest time, it was the number 2 theater movie chain in the country. But when they had all this clout in the aughts and the 2010s, they would use it to promote their charity at Variety. I think it's Variety of East Tennessee, and it's a children's charity for disadvantaged children. And it's a great charity. And what they would do is they would hold advanced screeners for movies, big movies, and they would bring stars in. And I wrote a little list here, they had Will Ferrell and Hugh Jackman, Tom Cruise, Channing Tatum, Dennis Quaid. They had a lot of big names that have come. And then they would have a media room, and Regal would always make sure we got an interview with the celebrities. And they would go in, and they would go up on stage and give a speech, presenting the movie, and then everybody would file into the theater and they'd show the movie. Chaos, pandemonium every time. Nothing ever worked the way it was supposed to. But one of the first ones that I went to was the second Twilight movie, and Taylor Lautner and Kristen Stewart were coming to be the celebrities, and it was in 2009. So they were coming, and we mapped out a plan of having a reporter and a photographer and at least one online person. And we were told the celebrities are unpredictable. You get told this every time, and you don't know if they're going to talk to you or not. And I don't think Tom Cruise talked to anybody, which probably isn't that surprising. But pretty much all the others at least talked to some of the fans or whatever. But we were told that Taylor Lautner, I think, was just 18, and Kristen Stewart was only 20 at the time, and she was known to be kind of an introvert. So we were thinking we're probably not going to get much from her. And so we were just bracing for whatever happened, and they came out of that limo, and Taylor Lautner, just 18 years old, owned the crowd, and he had this big, toothy, white smile and these gleaming eyes, and he had Kristen Stewart on his arm, and they were actually late because when she found out, she didn't realize it was a children's charity, and I think she had a more risque dress that she was going to wear, so she changed at the airport and put in a more modest dress. But he just led her down there, and they went out and they talked to every single fan who wanted to talk to him, and she did too. And it was really surprising. He came up to me, he came up to everybody, introduced himself, smiled, shook hands. It was just like working the crowd. And so that was really impressive, and it was a lot of fun, and they were good. She was good. We were all like, oh, she's probably the worst person to do this kind of thing. Uh-huh. She was absolutely fine.